web of stories. My name is Melinda, and I am filming this on Saturday, March 18th, and I am doing my weekly reading update. Sometimes I do this on Sunday, sometimes I do it on Saturday. It just depends how organized I am, and today I'm apparently a little more organized than usual. So, yes, this past week, was not the most successful reading week for me, just in terms of the amount of time that I had to read. I didn't get to read as much as I would have liked, but I think this next week will be better. And then after that week, I'm on vacation, which means I should say I'm not going to have another weekly reading update for a couple weeks. I am hoping to pre-film some videos that will go up while I'm on vacation. I'm not going to put any videos up while I'm gone, but I will use my community tab and maybe do some shorts and watch videos and comment and do things like that. I'll also continue to do vlog videos. So when I finally get my monthly vlog together, you'll be able to see some of the sights of Southern Arizona. But yeah, so this past week was busy. I didn't get as much reading as I would like. I'm hoping next week will be better, and then we'll see what vacation will be like. I'm actually going to talk a little bit about vacation reading when I'm done with this. So let me start with, in print this morning at like 12:01 a.m., which just kind of messed it up. I finished reading The Queen of Dirt Island by Donal Ryan. So this was one of those books that I put on hold a long time ago and then forgot about, and then it showed up at the library. When I looked at my spreadsheet, I saw that I found the title of this book through the Politics and Prose staff picks. And I haven't been there for a while, so they definitely put this up pre-publication because this was only published at the end of February. So one kind of happy coincidence about this book, though, is that I read it up to and on St. Patrick's Day, and it is an Irish book. So that was not intentional on my part, but I like how it worked out. This is a story of three women. There's three generations of women. So it's the girl who's sort of the main, she's born at the beginning of the book. It starts with her birth. Her name is Swisha. And then her mother, who is Elaine. And then Elaine's mother-in-law, who is Mary. And this is a slice of life book. It just follows them through several years and talks about what they're kind of going through. This sort of like, Dirt Island is a place where Elaine, the mother, the one in the middle, that's where she grew up. And there's a long story about property rights in there. It is, as I said, a slice of life book. Great sense of place, very Irish, so it worked very well. If you are a person who really needs a plot in their book, this one's probably not for you. I will talk more about this. I'm going to do a little vlog thing after I finish taping this to put into my monthly vlog, but I gave this one a B+. And if you want to know the specifics as to why I gave it a B+, you'll have to wait till my monthly vlog. So I just finished that. And today, I will be starting my Agatha Christie for this month, which is Peril at End House. So I decided a while ago that I wanted to read all of Agatha Christie's books. And I'm very roughly kind of going in order of publication, but I have no qualms about jumping around. I listened to two podcasts that are focused on Agatha Christie, one of which is all about Agatha, where they have taken every book and they kind of like do a little review on it. They talk about it and then they rank it. And they've done that in chronological order, except at the very end, for reasons. And they've finished that whole thing. So now the host is doing other things, but the podcast is still going. So I've been kind of using that as a guide. However, I've recently started listening also to one called Tea and Murder. That is a new, it's probably only like 10 episodes, if even that. And the setup for that one is the host invites someone on and they can choose whatever Agatha Christie book they want to talk about. So that one jumps all around. And what I am trying to do, although I have not started doing it yet, I might use that as deciding what my next book is going to be, so I can listen to the new episode as it comes out. There are episodes that have already aired that I've just kind of saved until I get to those books, but the one that's coming up next is Halloween Party, which I have already read. I will put a tag wherever the tags show up. I'm kind of turned around here. A tag up to the video I did on that one. But anyway, I'm going to do Peril at End House. This is a Perot novel. That's really all I know about it. So we'll see. I try to read one Agatha Christie book a month. So this is this month's. And then for my Kobo on my ebook, I am still reading The Golden Spoon by Jessa Maxwell. This is the book that kind of suffered me not having time to read this week. I should be done with this book by now. It's just been, I haven't had as much time to devote to it. If you don't know about this book, it is an American novel. And I keep having to say, it's American, it's American, it's set in Vermont, these are Americans. And the reason why is it's very clearly based on the Great British Bake Off. So I'm reading this book, and everyone has a British accent in my mind. But whatever. It's also like gotten me back into watching the Great British Bake Off, which is part of the reason why I haven't had a lot of time to read, is because I've been watching the Great British Bake Off. So there you go. I'm enjoying it. We'll see. Oops, dropped a book. I'm hoping to be done with it soon, in the next day or two. And then as for next books that I'll read, I have 3 library books out. Burnham Wood is the next one that's due. And I've heard mixed things about it. So I think I'm going to give it a try. And then, I can always DNF it and try it again later if it's not working for me. But then the next one is Dust Child, which I'm very much looking forward to. So we'll see how that goes. Next, I am almost done with Amari. Oh, I'm not almost done. Well, I'm that far. I don't know if you can see. I'm that far. This is a fun book. It's a very quick read, even though it looks kind of a little bit chunky. It's pretty quick. It's very action-packed. I recommend this series to people who want to read middle grade fantasy. This is just a great series. It is very much in the vein of Harry Potter, but I wouldn't say it's derivative of Harry Potter. And there are things about the series that I like better than Harry Potter. Things that B.B. Alston does better than J.K. Rowling does. So I'm very much enjoying this. We'll see where it goes. I think we're getting to crunch time on the book. So I'm getting to the point where to see how it all kind of ends up. When I finish this book, I don't think I'm going to start this. I'm reading this in place of where I usually read short story collections. I think I'm going to hold off on starting a short story collection until April because of my vacation. So, audiobook. Still listening to The Word is Murder because I have not gone to the gym. I don't think I've listened to it at all this week just because of that. Which means I should go to the gym next week. We'll see. And then I'm still working my way through Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell, which is going well. I am enjoying that book. So, vacation time. As I said, we're leaving next weekend for vacation. We are going down to Arizona, where my parents and now my father lives. We're hoping that it will be warmer than it is here, although that's not what the weather says, so we'll see. And I always have a little thing like, what am I going to do as far as books to read? My original plan was to bring a couple of print books and then just my Kindle and leave my Kobo at home, but I have changed my plan on that. So what I've decided to do now is I'm going to bring both my Kobo and my Kindle. The Kindle is so that I can continue to read Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell. And I'm only bringing one book. I think I've mentioned this before, but I am bringing Feel the Burn by Andrew Schaefer. This is a mystery featuring Bernie Sanders. I don't think Bernie Sanders is the sleuth in it. There's like an aide or someone who's a sleuth, but Bernie Sanders is in it. Andrew Schaefer wrote the Obama-Biden mysteries, of which there are 2, which is Hope Rides Again and Hope Never Dies, I think were the name of them. The mysteries themselves are not great, but they're just fun stories to read because he does a really good job of, at least in the Obama-Biden ones, of capturing Biden. I mean, that character on that page is Joe Biden, but the Obama one is this like mysterious character who keeps appearing out of bushes in his tan suit. It's very funny. I expect him to do a good job with Bernie Sanders. But I got this book a while ago, whenever it came out, which I think was last November, knowing that I would be taking it to Arizona with me because my copies of the Obama-Biden mysteries are in the basket in my father's guest bedroom for when my family who might want to read something that doesn't come from Fox News, they can read it while they're there. But anyway, Feel the Burn is going down to Arizona and then it's going to stay in Arizona. So this is the only print book I'm bringing. Now, as for, throw that over my bed. As for ebooks, I'm going to try and get through the library books that I have. I also have a large number of library books on hold. So I'm kind of you know, at the mercy of whatever the library gives me. So if I get through these books that I have, great. And then I have my whole library on those two books on my Kindle and my Kobo, those two devices. And we'll just kind of go from there. As for how much reading time I will have, that's always a question. Obviously, I will be able to read on travel days, the days that we're flying down and then flying back. Usually the way it goes is we usually have two legs. This time, we don't usually, but this time we're doing Portland, Vegas, where I can like wave out the window at Caitlin from Bandy Books, and then Vegas, Tucson, and then we're doing the same thing back, which is the best way to go, and we lucked out being able to do it this time. And what we've always done since the kids were little is, like, I will take one kid, and he'll take the other kid, my husband will take the other kid, and then we switch for the second flight. If the kids are older, we technically don't need to do that, but I also know if I sit next to my husband on the plane, he'll talk the whole time. So I can sit next to my kids, and they do their thing, and I can read. So I'm planning to get a lot of reading done on travel days. And then when we're there, you know, there's a lot of things that we like to do down in Arizona. We've kind of learned over trial and error over many years to kind of do an activity day and then a quiet day, and then an activity day and then a quiet day. So we'll probably do something like that, which will give me some more time to read at home. But then, you know, my father also wants to visit with us. So we'll see. I don't know how much reading I will get done, but you know, I have my e-readers, so I have plenty of books. So we'll see how that goes. And I will do community posts and shorts kind of talking about what's going on. And then everything will be summed up in my monthly reading vlog. And that's it. That's my update for right now. That's my last regular update for March. So I have 2 videos coming out this week, and hopefully I'll have something coming out the week that I'm gone. We'll see if I can get organized enough to film something there. And then when I come back in early April, I will do my March wrap up with my quarterly goals check-in, and we'll start talking about April. So thank you very much for hanging with me while I go through my weekly reading update. If you enjoyed this, please give me a little thumbs up and then subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.